Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0100 indicates a malfunction in the mass airflow MAF sensor circuit of the Honda Civic model years 2016 to 2021. This sensor plays a crucial role in measuring the amount of air entering the engine, which is essential for optimizing fuel injection and maintaining optimal engine performance. The MAF sensor is typically located in the intake duct between the air filter and the throttle body. This position allows it to accurately measure airflow before it enters the engine. If the MAF sensor circuit is malfunctioning, it can lead to poor engine performance, reduced fuel efficiency, and increased emissions. In this case, it is important to diagnose and address the issue promptly to restore vehicle functionality and compliance with emission standards. The MAF sensor's primary function is to monitor the airflow entering the engine, which directly influences the engine management system's calculations for fuel delivery. It uses a heated wire to measure airflow based on the cooling effect of the incoming air. The sensor is strategically located in the intake duct, not far from the air filter, ensuring it receives accurate readings of the air before it reaches the engine. Data from the MAF sensor is sent to the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, which adjusts engine parameters to optimize performance. Any malfunction detected in this circuit, such as bad wiring or a defective sensor, may trigger the P0100 code. Consequently, it is critical to thoroughly investigate both the sensor and related wiring when diagnosing this fault code. There are several potential causes for the DTC P0100 code. The first is a malfunction or failure of the MAF sensor itself, which can occur due to contamination, wear, or internal faults. Wiring issues are another major contributor to this error, including short circuits, open circuits, or connector problems that impede the flow of information between the sensor and the PCM. Additionally, a defective PCM could lead to erroneous readings or failure to communicate with the sensor altogether. It is essential to systematically review each of these areas to pinpoint the exact cause of the DTC code, ensuring effective and accurate repairs. When DTC P0100 is triggered, drivers may experience several noticeable symptoms. A rough engine idle is common, as the PCM may miscalculate the needed fuel-air mixture due to erroneous readings from the MAF sensor. This can result in engine stalling or hesitation during acceleration, leading to a loss of power when driving. Increased fuel consumption is also a typical symptom, as the engine may run rich or lean due to a malfunctioning sensor. In some cases, the check engine light may illuminate on the dashboard, indicating that the vehicle's diagnostic systems have identified a fault. These symptoms collectively indicate that immediate attention is required to prevent further mechanical issues. In the first troubleshooting step, begin by verifying the problem associated with the DTC code P0100. First, turn the vehicle to the on mode, which supplies power to the vehicle's electronics without starting the engine. After achieving this state, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any diagnostic trouble codes that may have been logged. This step is crucial, as it resets the vehicle's computer and allows for a clean slate to observe current diagnostic codes. Following the clearance, wait for approximately 2 seconds before checking again for any pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If DTC P0100 reappears, this confirms a persistent issue that requires further diagnosis. If not, this may indicate an intermittent fault that demands inspection of the MAF or related circuitry. In the second troubleshooting step, the aim is to determine the possible failure area of the MAF sensor circuit. First, turn the vehicle to the off-lock mode to ensure safety. Next, disconnect the MAF sensor/IAT sensor 1's 4P connector, which is crucial in this process. Once disconnected, turn the vehicle back to the on mode to activate the electrical systems. The next task is to measure the voltage between specific test points in the MAF sensor connector. Test point 1 refers to female terminal number 2, and test point 2 refers to female terminal number 3 within the MAF connector. If the measured voltage is around 5.0 volts, this indicates that the power supply to the sensor is functioning properly. If not, this indicates a deeper electrical issue that necessitates further troubleshooting. The third troubleshooting step involves checking for a short in the VCC2 wire, which is crucial for the operation of the MAF sensor circuitry. Begin by turning the vehicle to the off-lock mode for safety. At this point, jump the SCS line with the HDS and wait for more than 1 minute to allow for accurate testing conditions. After this, disconnect the PCM connector E, which houses 80 pins that manage various vehicle functions. Check for continuity between test points 1 and 2, where test point 1 is the MAF sensor's female terminal number 3, and test point 2 is the body ground. The presence of continuity indicates that a short exists in the wiring, which requires repair. Conversely, a lack of continuity means that the wiring is likely intact, and further steps are necessary to identify the issue. In step 4 of the troubleshooting process, focus on checking for continuity in the VCC2 line to determine if any breaks or issues exist within the wiring. Once again, ensure that the vehicle is in the off-lock position to maintain safety. Check continuity between test points 1 and 2, where test point 1 remains as the MAF sensor's female terminal number 3, and test point 2 is now PCM connector E's pin number 77. Achieving continuity between these test points indicates the VCC2 wire is functioning correctly and is not open. Should you discover no continuity, this signifies an open in the VCC2 wire, necessitating immediate repair to restore function. Addressing this issue is vital, as a broken wire can prevent proper communication with the MAF sensor. The fifth step focuses on conducting a continuity check on the SG2 line, another critical component of the MAF sensor circuit. As with previous steps, ensure the vehicle is in the off-lock position before proceeding. Measure continuity between test points 1 and 2. Here, test point 1 is the female terminal number 2 of the MAF sensor IAT sensor 1 connector, while test point 2 corresponds to the signal pin number 78 in the PCM connector E. If continuity exists, it indicates that the SG2 wire is functioning correctly and no faults are present. If there is no continuity, then an open exists in the wire between the PCM and the MAF sensor, which will need to be repaired to ensure proper signal transmission. This repair is crucial for maintaining function and communication in the vehicle's electrical system. In step 6, the focus shifts again to the FGP line, necessitating another continuity check. Start with the vehicle turned to the off-lock position for safety. Following this, jump the SCS line with the HDS and allow more than 1 minute to stabilize the system for accurate measurement. Next, disconnect the PCM connector E to isolate the testing circuit effectively. Measure continuity between test points 1 and 2, where test point 1 is the MAF sensor's female terminal, number 1, and test point 2 is PCM connector E's pin, number 61. To confirm operational integrity of the FGP line, continuity must be present. Should continuity fail, this indicates an open in the FGP wire, which will need immediate repair. This continuity check is necessary to assert that the MAF sensor can receive and send signals without interruption. In the 7th troubleshooting step, you will continue assessing the FGP line with another continuity check. Begin by ensuring the vehicle is turned to the off-lock position. As in previous steps, you'll check continuity between defined test points. Test point 1 is again the female terminal number 1 of the MAF sensor IAT sensor 1 connector, while test point 2 is now pin number 61 of the PCM connector E. If continuity exists, it indicates that the FGP line is intact and no repairs are necessary at this point. However, if you do not find continuity, it signals an open in the FGP wire, requiring you to make the necessary repairs. Verifying this continuity is essential for maintaining reliable communication within the vehicle systems. In Step 8 of the troubleshooting protocol, your attention will shift to checking the voltage on the FGP line. Ensure the vehicle is turned to the on mode, providing power to observe real-time voltage readings. Measure the voltage between test points 1 and 2, where test point 1 remains the MAF sensor's female terminal number 1, and test point 2 is the body ground. The expectation here is to find voltage present. If voltage does exist, stay tuned. However, don't forget to use the past. Make sure everything is accurate and you always understand the component. My friend, it's fresh and enjoyable. It indicates a short to power in the FGP wire. Should this condition arise, the wiring must be repaired to restore normal circuit operation. A short to power can cause the MAF sensor to function incorrectly, leading to erratic drivability and poor performance. In the final troubleshooting step, focus on inspecting the MAF sensor functionality. Begin by ensuring the vehicle is turned to the off-lock position. Substitute a known good MAF sensor / IAT sensor 1 to assess if the problem originates from the sensor itself. After making this substitution, reconnect all previously disconnected connectors, making certain all connections are secure. Exit the SCS mode with the HDS to reset the diagnostic system. Turn the vehicle to the on mode once again, and then clear any DTCs. Following a brief wait of at least 2 seconds, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. If DTC P0100 is still indicated, the sensor is confirmed to be operational, and the next step would be to verify the PCM's functionality. Conversely, if this DTC does not reappear with the new sensor installed, it indicates that the original MAF sensor was faulty and needs replacement. After completing the necessary repairs following the troubleshooting steps for DTC P0100, the final phase is to verify that all systems are functioning correctly. Begin by thoroughly checking all systems to ensure that no additional trouble codes are present and that the vehicle operates smoothly. Confirm that each repair was completed per specifications, ensuring that components were correctly replaced and reconnected. Once those checks are conducted, clear the diagnostic trouble codes using the HDS once more, resetting the diagnostic system. It is essential to then monitor the vehicle during a test drive to confirm that the repairs were successful and that no new issues arise. This verification assures that the vehicle not only meets functional expectations, but also resolves the P0100 code and improves overall performance. To prevent future occurrences of the DTC P0100, engaging in regular preventive maintenance is key. A good practice includes periodically cleaning the MAF sensor to remove dirt or grime that may impede its function over time. Additionally, routinely inspecting wiring connections for wear or damage can help identify problems before they lead to significant failures. Keeping an eye on engine performance is also essential. Any noticeable changes in how the vehicle operates, such as rough idling or loss of power, should prompt immediate inspection. By taking these preventive measures, owners can significantly reduce the likelihood of recurring issues with the MAF sensor circuit and maintain optimal vehicle performance over its lifetime. In conclusion, understanding the role of the MAF sensor is critical for effective troubleshooting of the DTC P0100. Following a systematic approach through the outlined troubleshooting steps is essential for identifying the source of the issue, which may lie within the sensor itself, the wiring, or even the PCM. Repair actions must be thorough and precise to ensure that all components function appropriately. Moreover, engaging in regular preventive maintenance is vital for sustaining sensor health and overall vehicle performance. By adhering to these guidelines, Honda Civic owners can enhance their vehicle's reliability, optimize performance, and mitigate future issues related to the MAF sensor circuit. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.